Alright, hello everybody, Silver here. We're in the menu again. This time I do have a little bit of something I wanted to talk about. Uh, and I don't know if I'm alone on this, but I just recently started the Yithari Redo Chronicle that came out in like season 2. Uh, I finally finished the Summer Redo Chronicle fully, and I gotten to Yithari's Redo Chronicle. And it's kind of, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of like it. It has a different feel to it. It almost feels like the style, like the combat style of, it's a more simplified version of like the new rewrite of Final Fantasy Seven. Sorry, my voice caught there. It's like the new rewrite to Final Fantasy VII, is what it feels like. Like the combat feels that way. It's that turn-based 3D. Uh, Although I don't actually know if that's is that how the combat works in Final Fantasy VII? The new one. I think it does. It looks like it does. Uh, I couldn't think of any other like, cause like Tales of Symphonia. Maybe it's one of the Tales of games has a similar 3D combat style, where it's like turn-based, but also 3D at the same time. I know Tales of Symphonia is like real-time, I believe, not turn-based. Where like positioning and things matter. Either way, it's kind of cool. I like it. I don't know if I'm alone in that. But I do like it. I enjoy that combat style. It's very refreshing. I do technically have, I think, one more spawn that I need to do, or want to do, rather, not need to. One more spawn that I want to do before I can just save up. This shows you that I was doing this. That showed you enough that I was actually, like, doing that while, you know, not recording. It's a very interesting concept, and I kind of hope that comes back at some point. Because they've been bringing back some of the other events, like how they play, I suppose. I feel like that one deserves to be brought back as like a permanent thing that like expands steadily. Because that'd be cool. And again, I feel like they should expand upon a lot of the events and stuff that they've come out with, like turn them into genuine, almost like mini games that have rewards that expand upon as as the story progresses. I feel like that would be kind of cool. They wouldn't even have to be like that in depth or that hard. Like if you wanted to do the fishing thing, take the fishing from the season 2 fishing event and just like simplify it a little bit more to where now you just get rewards based on fish you catch, and you even only have to do like, you don't have to do that much. You already have the animations. all you would have to do is set up the areas for the fishing, and then from there, just give the simple 2D icons that they have been giving. You just put those 2D icons up, and boom, you're good. You got everything that you need for the event. It'd be really interesting to see. Like, it'd be interesting to see the events being like, become like permanent things. Just some of them. I wouldn't say all of them. But some of them I feel like would be cool. Again, you could also just give us fucking agent stories. You know? Tide us over that way. This is because, like, there's not much you can really do aside from, like, the daily event that comes out. Not even daily, like, sometimes there's just events that come out that you don't see, or that don't stay for long at all. Oh, well, I'd never claimed these. That's enough for another spawn, I believe. Yeah, it is. One more. You get to watch this one. I think I have one more. It might be two. Let's see. Oh, no, I already got it. I already did it. Okay, cool. Well, that just means I could save the rest of these. The rest of these are getting saved for... I don't know if I want to do it for Claret. Like, at all. But I might still. I might still do it for Claret. Just because... what would be the harm in having Claret, you know? What would be the harm in it? I sure hope they're not doing that style where it's like... they're gonna follow what Rimiel did with Sunbringer. They're gonna say, oh hey, Rimiel is an anomaly that wants like 3 other anomalies. Or 2 other anomaly characters, so... let's make Sunbringer a character who wants 2 armorers. That would... I would be mad. Like, actually, I would be mad. They did, I believe it reset the... I believe DA reset. Which means I might try that at some point. I might try DA. Because, like, why would I not, right? I might do it for a video as well, by the way. Just so you knew. I might do it as a video where I'm just like, oh hey, I'm gonna try to see my scores and show like the development of my scores as I go along. It's not gonna be like hard where I sit there and like try to get the most amount of points at all times. It's gonna be like the casual way of going about DA. Because again, I used to raid in Final Fantasy XIV. I don't want to feel like that again. I don't want to feel like a game I'm playing for fun is just another Final Fantasy XIV raid.
You're now connected dial 1 for complaints. Dial 2 for a chat. Spot an ethereal, shout for help.
Wow, now I'm actually kind of laggy here.
Don't push too hard.
I'll back you. Let me give you a little treat. Like Zero.
You gotta dig deeper.
Neat and tidy.
It's crunch time.
I feel like I understand a bit more. Hey, level 59. Took me forever to hit that. But doesn't that come with a reward? Aren't there level up rewards? I think level 60 is where you get like 3 summons, right? 3 standard banner spawns. Oh, does that appear in the P menu? Level rewards. Yeah. It is 60 that gives you 3 of those. I still need to get 4 fucking... 4 stars on DA to get that last reward. I think that's everything there, yeah. Okay. Next would be
Exploring
just
the outside
upgrading
world.
Dylan's skills.
Hello, Rep 2493 at your service.
And I have 2 batteries to do it as well. Which it seems the batteries are not a free thing. Like, if you use the battery, it only uses 60 worth of energy. So you don't, like... I used to think it cheated the system a little bit. So you could use the battery and get the full reward. I noticed it doesn't do that. It does not do that at all. You still... You still only get 60 energy worth. So I think that's like 3. I think that's 3 enemies worth. Because they're each worth like 20, right? So you get 3 enemies worth of rewards. Not like that really matters. But if it's batteries that you get for free, it's worth it. The prepaid power card batteries, not really that worth it, because you still just...
Is it
It might be like a time save.
What's your...
You gotta dig deeper.
Neat and tidy.
It's crunch time.
If you just don't want to spend quite as much time grinding, or going through the same mission over and over.
Switching to business mode. Got one for complaint.
Your foundation ain't solid.
It's no good to let...
Push it straight.
This won't hurt. No.
You can't handle this.
Yeah. I don't know what I'm yapping about today. I'm just yapping to yap. I'm probably not going to do a D8 in this direct video, but I might do a D8 for a video later today, where you just get to watch It won't be uploaded at the same time. It would probably be uploaded at some point later. Like, it's not going to be an everyday type of thing with those videos. They'll just be like a when I feel like it type of thing. Maybe I should also... Maybe I should genuinely, like, review how some of the functions will work in this game. Like some of the extra stuff that you can do. Maybe that's something I could do. As, like, extra videos outside of these. That'd be fun. At least give my personal opinion on them.
Switching to
Your foundation ain't solid.
That's wrong. Why is it targeting the wrong character?
You gotta dig deeper.
You're now connected with the Garza. Behave.
Come on, bro. Don't stop now. All right, bro. Together now.
Switching to business.
Your foundation ain't solid.
Neat and tidy.
It's crunch time.
Turn around.
You gotta dig deeper.
Man. You know, I do honestly enjoy this game. But there are some things that I feel like they could improve on, genuinely, or like, some of the older shit was better. And I feel like that needs to be addressed. Because it really does. There are some things where, like, the older systems felt better. Like, specifically, I'm more talking about some of the animations and stuff. They had more character beforehand in, like, some of the Season 1 characters. Corrin is a good example. Corrin has, if you let her idle, she'll even have, like, anxious lines around her. And when this game was announced, it felt very comic book-like. Like, that was the vibe we were going for. Like, dystopian future, comic book kind of aesthetic with, you know, the anime art style. Like, not even anime, but it's more like the Hoyo art style. You know? Which made it seem a lot more interesting. And I joined the game late. I didn't join it when it first came out. And a lot of people were talking about it, but I was just like, I don't play another gacha right now, because I was very heavily into FGO at the time. Still am into FGO, but right now it's like, it's harder for me to enjoy it. Just because of how the company settled my account bullshit. I lost, like, my account, had to restart a new one. And, like, I'm just, you know, it's one of those moments where you're like, well, I don't want to have to restart again. Because I've restarted so many fucking times. Oh. We get a little cutscene for this.
Wise, you're here. I knew it. I knew you'd find me. So quiet. Living under the threat of the hollows. Peaceful moments are like precious recess breaks.
don't care. Fuck. I specifically, okay, I remember what I was talking about. I lost my train of thought there for a second, going into this event. But I genuinely dislike how they're straight up, like, getting rid of that aesthetic. Because even with some of the, like, not gonna lie, I've seen some of, like, the earlier animations for some of the characters when they come out, and then they changed them. The earlier animations were great. Some of them were amazing animations for some of the characters. They had personality. And then they just, like, de-personality them. They just strip them of the personality and decide, hey, doesn't matter. We don't care. The character, they can just have a super bland animation instead of, like, a genuinely cool animation that shows, like, their character and that kind of shit. Whereas, like, some of the other characters have more of that. They have more of that style of, oh, hey, you know, the character is genuinely more interesting. But, I mean, it's whatever on that, really. It does upset me. But, like, what can you do? Honestly. I'm just pulling, because, like, I'm not saving 10 pulls for a fucking Bangbu. I'll just pull whenever I get them. Because you never know when you'll get an S-Rank Bangbu. Same with what I do with Standard Banner. I don't wait for a 10 pull for the Standard Banner. I just pull. Because, like, there's no point in waiting for a 10 pull a lot of times, because you don't really get anything out of it. You just get the dopamine of, oh, hey, 10 at once. And that's it. You don't get anything else. It's just the dopamine rush of pulling 10 at one time. And I don't really care for that. Even for the standard, like the limited banners. I do save 10 for the limited banners, but that's mostly because I save for a limited banner and then I'll pull with whatever I have. You know what I mean? And it just so happens that 10 is the highest pull rate. But either way, I might do some stuff like that. But today, you probably saw that. The behind the scenes of my model. I accidentally tabbed into my models thing. So you probably saw behind the scenes of it. But either way, I might do like a DA for a video. Like some DA runs, and then, like, you know, make a separate video that gets uploaded at a different time. As well as some other ideas I might have of, like, playing some of the different content the game has, and then, like, giving my opinions on that content. Just because, like, some of it is kind of interesting and worth looking at. Even if it's a quote-unquote, like, mini-game or a side mode. It's worth looking at, genuinely. And I feel like it'd be good to share at least some of my opinions on it. But, either way. thank you all so much for watching, and if you do enjoy my content, and you want to support me in a way that isn't just watching the video, I have 2 ways down below in the description that you could do that. If you wanted to, you could. And the first way is my Honeygain referral code link. Everybody gets one when you sign up. It's not that I'm sponsored at all. I had a friend who thought when they saw it, or when they heard it the first time, they were like, oh, it's a sponsor. And I'm like, no, I'm not sponsored by anybody. Do you think anybody would sponsor my ass? That's just, I use Honeygain personally, so that's why I recommend it to people. The other thing is my coffee page. I am going to try to be a bit more active on it in posting, like, you know, the stuff that I do. Just so it's got a reason to exist. Other than donations. But either way, if you're still here, and you've watched 26.5 minutes, almost 27 minutes in, I wanted to tell you, yes, you, thank you. You didn't have to give me that much of your time. You didn't have to give me any of your time. But you did. You used the finite time that we have on this earth to spend even a little bit of it watching me. And I appreciate that, genuinely. I really do. Because I know that time is precious. We don't get that time back. And I'm glad that you decided I was worth it. And to anybody else who was watching or skipped through the video and ended up at this point, I just wanted to say thank you all, and I'll catch you in the next one.